Hello and welcome to Glorious Miniatures. On today, the 7th of May 2023. Just really quickly, folks, I'm trying to grow this channel, so do make sure you've subscribed to this channel and, like the video. It's a massive help, especially when the videos first dropped. Without further ado, let's get stuck into it. So, Sunday preview. Horrors descend in Warcry Nightmare Quest. More valiant heroes will brave the nightmare realm of the Gnarlwood in search for mystical artifacts next week, as the Stormcast Eternals pit their god-wrought might against the atavistic degenerates of the Flesh-Eater Courts. Before we get into the next expansion of Warcry, let's have a look at what else is coming this week. Warcry Nightmare Quest. The battle for the Ravening Ruin continues as a band of heroic huntsmen venture into the Gnarlwood on a quest to save the mortal realms. Or so they think. In reality, the royal beast flayers of the Flesh-Eater Courts are a little more than raving monsters whose deluded antics threaten the stability of Ghur, a danger too great for the Stormcast Eternals to ignore. So this is what is in with this box set. I haven't really purchased Warcry in quite a while, just because, well, I've got no particular reason, to be honest. It doesn't really appeal to me, although I do really like the scenery. You do get a sort of very, very small pyramid sorts. You get some trees, a couple of walkways for people to walk over, and you get two sides, obviously Stormcast and the Flesh-Eater Courts, and probably a couple of little bits of scatter terrain as well. And obviously the cards and no doubt the rules as well. To combat such ghouls, Sigmar sends his Questor Soulsworn, wandering champions of the Storm hosts who, though few in number, fight with the strength of hundreds of lesser mortals. Here they are, they've all got their cloaks, which is obviously always a good time. They've got swords, axes, hammers, double-handed swords by the looks of it, massive axes, and this weird device here, a skull mask, which I guess is, I don't know, apt. That's all I really know. But those are the miniatures you get within this set, so if these appeal to you, then this might be the one. Do remember that these kits do come separately later on. You just have to wait a little bit. And then we have the the Flesh-Eater Court side of things, which is a lot more kind of bestial. You get the central vampire thing. He's got what looks like to be hands for knee pads. He's got a cloak of some variety with a bunch of hair on it. We got some ghouls and whatnot, and a couple of I don't know what they are, werewolf type beast things. I don't know, but it looks like it might be fun to paint if this is your jam. Not quite for me, but yeah, let's have a little read of this as well. Alongside these two complete warbands, Nightmare Quest contains a full complement of Gnarlwood scenery, including a massive half-ruined Realm Shaper engine. Okay, it wasn't a pyramid, my bad. And a selection of twisted Gnarlakes, combined with the 64-page warband tome, double-sided game board and reference cards. Now, this set is the perfect way to expand your Warcry. Expand your Warcry experience. Fantastic stuff. More scenery is always a good thing. In my opinion, lots of scenery, not very many characters and things. That would be my idea. Much like more time. Okay, and the Eskurgan Trueblades. Now, I know we looked at these in a previous version of Warcry, the previous iteration. I said, I'm just looking at, before I even get to the words, the central character at the bottom of the screen in the middle, that's the one I really like from this kit. If I can get my hands on just that miniature, I'll be very happy, as I think it looks awesome. Not saying the others don't look awesome. At least of the sort of vaguely human ones. I'm not so fond of this werewolf thing, but that's okay. I do like the overall aesthetic. I'm just kind of pondering if I can make it into something necromundery. However, the vampire aesthetics of the Eskurgan Trueblades are precision and discipline incarnate, suppressing their hunger to attain enlightenment in the ways of combat. This standalone warband of 8 multi-part plastic miniatures, previously only available in the Blood Hunt box set, is a brutally effective martial force that shows off entirely different perspective on the Soulblight Gravelords, and comes with the fighter cards and ability cards you need to deploy them right to the battlefield. That is a good thing. I'm almost tempted to purchase the entire box set of this. As I said, I like the aesthetic, but I think in the reality of things, I might just end up with getting one of them if I can off eBay or something. And then we can scroll down to the Claws of Karanak. Okay, where the Eskurgan Trueblades resist the call of mortal blood, the Claws of Karanak revel in it. As devotees of Khorne and worshippers of the savage Fleshhounds, they revel in the carnage of open battle and aim to turn the jungles of Ghur into their own personal charnel house. No, that isn't a Fleshhound. The Hounds of Wrath are simply a warrior who really wishes he were one, and his 7 companions are entirely happy to let him do his thing. Wanton slaughter and rivers of blood are the way you roll. Laws of Karanek are for you, as we had a look here. So, yes, this is actually someone running around on all fours. Very nice, I guess. I don't know. It's not... doesn't really tick too many things. However, saying that, these warbands do provide a lot of basis for turning into potential sort of 40k cultists, necromunda gangs, that sort of stuff. So if one's looking beyond Warcry, obviously you can take these, I think, into Age of Sigmar, like Chaos armies and such, but the chance for conversion potential is quite high, I think, on these. So always worth a good look. Funnily enough, the champion, as always, looks like a fun one to paint. So that's that. Okay, let's scroll down. I see Horus Heresy. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. I almost had a heart attack. I thought now this week would be the coming of the Mastodon. I stand corrected. I thought for a second the plastic Mastodon was going to be with us. No. Classic tanks from the forgeworld range returned to the Horus Heresy at the Games Workshop web store, upgraded with new plastic sponson sprues that make it easier than ever to add weapon variety to your armored companies. So yes, they have removed the old resin sponsons and they've changed the bits just enough so that the new plastic sponsons can go on, which is a fantastic thing. Obviously, I secretly pray for the Mastodon to happen, just to truly excavate my wallet, and also the plastic super heavy tanks as well. So let's just have a quick look at these. There is the Mastodon in all its glory. Can take, I think, 42 troopers, or a couple of Contemptor dreadnoughts and 22 troopers. I think that's the number. It's got side hatches, front and rear exit, siege melter cannon on the front, and a Sky Reaper. I think that's the weapon's name. On top with a couple of void shields as well, which is always a lovely time. The super heavy Legion transport, known as a Mastodon, is a mighty beast that keeps whole platoons of Space Marines safe within its hull, while the fellblade, falchion, and glaive, very supremely powerful weapons, to the front while soaking up return fire. The Mastodon will also soon be getting an updated datasheet to allow all the options available in the new sponson sprue, such as Volkite culverins and heavy bolters. Okay, so here is the fellblade with the double shooty cannons and a vindicator cannon, I guess. So my knowledge of the gun names is horrendous. Does look fancy in yellow though. Curse them. And the glaive right here, very nice stuff. Falchion, this is the falchion. This is the one I would like. I've seen it painted in yellow before and it looks majestic. Whoever painted it for the, like on the Forgeworld website, they did a cracking job of it, and unfortunately that on that paint job alone I was sold on it. So that's terrible for me. What do we have down here? Aha! Arquitor bombards are dedicated artillery tanks, mounting either a spicular rocket system, a graviton charge cannon, or a Morbus heavy bombard. Despite their role as artillery, they still pack a pair of sponsons for more diverse work. Each kit includes resin autocannons, plus the full spread of plastic las cannons, heavy flamers, heavy bolters, and Volkite culverins. As you can see right here, so you get the three weapons. I've already forgotten the names: the Morbus bombard, the spicular rocket system, and the graviton bombard. It kind of looks like a Sakaran going in reverse. Got that aesthetic. It's a pretty sweet looking tank. I can definitely see accidentally purchasing some in the future. Along with, finally, the Javelin Landspeeder also gets new weapon options and an updated datasheet to give you more versatile loadouts for speed-hungry commanders. While the Damocles Command Rhino upgrade kit lets you upgrade a regular plastic Deimos pattern Rhino into a mobile command base with a powerful sensor suite. All of these kits contain both resin and plastic components and can be taken by all Loyalist and Traitor legions. As you can see, there is the Javelin with the side sponsons, heavy bolter on the front for one of the person riding shotgun, and then you also get this will be the resin part here, I assume. We're going on to the plastic tank. If you need a Damocles Rhino in your life, this will be for you. I am tempted to get one of these because I'm running an armored spearhead and it makes sense. No idea if the rules are good or bad. Let me know in the comments below whether or not I'm making a disastrous idea there. Moving on to Black Library, we got Blight Slayer. The legendary Gotrek Adventures continue in Blight Slayer by Richard Strachan. as a Duardin Slayer saves a blasphemous warrior priest from the gallows and earns a life debt he neither wants nor needs. Nevertheless, Amara Fidelis is determined to return the favour, and the pair soon find themselves caught up in a sorcerous plot that, should it succeed, would plunge the mortal realms into the hellscape of Nurgle's Garden. That's this Saturday. That's Prince Mesa. Guy Haley's tale of an exiled elven prince scorned for the crime of loving a human returns to Black Library in paperback. Follows the eponymous nomad's quest to return his paramour from the grip of death. A journey that will take him to the hostile lands of Shyish and earn the ire of Nagash himself, who jealously guards every last soul that crosses into his realm. Okie dokie. Got White Dwarf number 488. Free boarding action, unstable structure tiles. The end game, the final epic battle aboard the Herald of Misery. You've got a mini campaign for Age of Sigmar and stuff for Warcry. So yeah, that's coming out as well. And that looks like that is it for this week. So folks, any of this of interest to you? That is my question. Let me know in the comments below. I think, well, I won't be getting in on the Warcry. If I could maybe get my hands on that Vampire Leader separately somehow, then I would do that, because that looks like a fun mini to paint anyway. But that is as far as it goes for me. From Warcry, and then Horus Heresy. If that was a plastic Mastodon, oof. I'm going to have to keep trying to save up for that. And that's that, really. Obviously, the falchion is also on my wanted list. And a javelin. And the Arcator Bombards could be quite tempting, as well as the rhino, definitely is very tempting. Whether or not I'll get it this week is an entirely different story. However, so while you're telling me below, folks, I would love it if you make sure that you subscribe to this channel and also smash that like button. It's a great thing if you do that. It really helps the channel out, helps channel visibility, helps with the cursed algorithm. And that's all I'm going to say on that one. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you and goodbye.